So the problem with 2K and why it's not fun anymore. 2K now is only fun when you are sweating it. So like back in the old 2Ks, if you guys remember, like 2K14, people used to just get on the game and they just hooped. Nowadays, it's all about sweating the game. In order to be a good player, you have to use the meta build and you have to play on double rep events. And it's just not fun, bro, to sweat every game. Like sometimes you just want to get on 2K and you just want to make a, like let's say you make a Steph Curry build or like a Blake Griffin build. Like you can't really use that in a competitive scene because that's not the meta. You could use those builds, but why would you use those builds? Because you're at a disadvantage. I feel like those type of builds are like fun builds, you know what I'm saying? And you could maybe just leave those type of people for the park. I know I might get like a lot of hate for this, but I like when 2K has a casual side and it has a competitive side. The park, I think it should be casual. Like there should be no rep system and there should be no record. Like you remember how in 2K14 people just hooped? I liked it when it was like that. People just go to the park to just hoop with their friends. You guys playing fun builds. You can have like mini dunk contests. You guys could practice a little bit. Like you don't really care about your win percent. You just go there to have fun type of thing. New 2Ks and the old 2Ks are not the same, bro. Like if you're not good, people won't run with you. And I feel like that's the problem. Because back in 2K14, bro, we all just hooped, bro. We didn't care about that. We just all played the game, bro. It wasn't, I feel like that's kind of toxic, bro. Because people now, like, let's say you don't have a certain win percentage, they won't run with you. It's just not the same, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I think the park should be the park, the stage should be the stage, the proving ground should be the proving ground, and the wreck should be the wreck. So, like, in 2K25, the proving grounds, it's not a competitive game mode. And I feel like that's where it should be competitive. Like, all like the sweaty players should go play proving grounds, and they should go play Annie up. Like they shouldn't be in the park sweating. One idea that I thought we should have is just make a park. Like don't do none of the affiliation stuff, Rise and Elite. Don't do Rivet, Sunset, and Flyers. Just make a park. Because it's kind of weird because they have affiliations that don't really mean anything. They have proving grounds that don't really mean anything. Bro, why don't they just put the rep system in Annie up and proving grounds and in the rec? And this is going to go into a different topic, but I think the rec should be the most competitive game mode because like park in real life is just a casual thing. Like when you think about basketball at the highest level, you think about the leagues, you think about the Euro League, you think about the highest league like the NBA. Park is just fun, and even in real life, and I think it should be like that in 2K. They should have like a 5v5 league where you get the most amount of rep and stuff, so people have a more incentives to play fives instead of keep playing park all day long. What if everybody was just a part of these leagues and they were all just competitive? I haven't thought about it much, but that's just an idea. You know what I liked about one of the other 2Ks, like 2K20? I liked it when the park would just change, like the entire park. So like let's say they want to do an event, so the park would just change. Like you remember how it was in 2K20, the whole park would just change. You remember the treasure hunters, the whole park would just go into a treasure hunter map. I think that was kind of cool. Or like Park After Dark, the whole park would just go into Park After Dark. So like everybody would be playing the event. So how about they just get rid of the event center and they could just make the park like how it was in 2K20. I also think that they need to like find a balance, because one thing that I realize is when 2K tries to make the game, like when the dribbling becomes better, the game becomes more competitive. Bro, people like Stezo didn't even exist in like 2K14, bro. Like look at the footage that I'm showing you on screen. There's no like crazy speed boost. It's just basketball, bro, and I kind of like it like that. Bro, if you want to do all that speed boosting crap and just do all the crazy 2Ks type of stuff, you go into the proving grounds. You go into the 5v5 league, you go into the Annie up, you go there. You don't go to the park if you want to do all that. So what if like the park had this like NBA live type of gameplay, and then like those other game modes, they had the old 2K gameplay with like the arcade stuff. like the crazy step backs, the backflips, the dance moves. You know, like in 2K20 you had the jump shot landing. Like put that in the other game modes and just leave like the park is just like an NBA live type of scene, you know? And they could give us like realistic parks. Like I think a lot of the community likes realistic parks because it gives you like a real life kind of a vibe. But it doesn't have to be totally realistic. Like the park that I'm showing you right here in 2K14, I don't know, is that New York City? It's not like 100% realistic, but like realistic vibes. So like 2K16 Sunset or like 2K15 Rivet, like it had like a realistic vibe. I like playing basketball in there. And like let's say they want to give us this unrealistic vibe, right? They can like put that as an event. So like you remember how it is now with Elite and Rise? Maybe they could put that in an event. So like if they want to do the unrealistic stuff, just leave that stuff for an event. Bro, I don't know if you guys remember, but 2K was lit before they added the neighborhood. When they just had parks, the game was so lit. Ever since they added the neighborhood, I feel like this game started to fall off. So can we go back to park, please? Yo, am I the only one that just feels like these past couple of 2Ks have been kind of soulless? I think 2K should just be a fun online basketball video game, kind of like 2K14, bro. I feel like it's both of our faults. Like it's the community's fault and it's 2K's fault because 2K, they're making the game so expensive. They keep driving up the prices. Like we don't see, like we know what you're doing. And then like the community, it's just a toxic place now. Like all people do is just cheese because that's what you got to do to win. And it's just like so bad, like all around. I feel like it's bad on both sides. I don't like this about 2K. Like it feels like it's a microtransaction generator. The whole game is just set up. It's just a pay to win game basically. But like 2K has always been like a stingy company, you know. They always are like a pretty expensive game, but like now they're just getting to the point where it's ridiculous. Because a couple of days ago I seen this event come out for like Wacky Wednesday, and you have to pay 10K for some clothes for you to get your double rep. And I feel like that's ridiculous because double rep events come out pretty often, and then you only get to use that piece of item for that one event. Like 2K knows what they doing, bro, and it's just kind of sad. Like I know that they'll never do this, but I think that they should make builds like $20, bro, because you spend all this money, bro, and you don't even get to keep your build on the next game. Like it's ridiculous. Like when 2K26 comes out, all of us are not gonna have VC. We're gonna have to spend all of that VC all over again. And this is why when I play 2K nowadays, I don't even really be trying to get a bunch of clothes and like a bunch of shoes. Like I be talking to my friends online and they be like, yeah, you got no drip. But the reason I don't be paying for drip is because this game is so expensive, bro. I don't even want to buy drip because I know when 2K26 comes out, I'm gonna have to buy more clothes over again. I know this one is a little bit unrealistic, but I would love for them to drop the prices, bro. Or maybe make it to where we get our VC next year, because how it is right now, it's pretty ridiculous. And it's sad, but it might not come. Like I don't know if that'll ever come, but please 2K, like do something, drop the VC prices. Like you guys are already making a lot of money. They're just greedy, bro. It's just greed, and it's sad, bro. I mean, that's the only basketball game you can play, so like we're forced to buy that. We're forced to spend VC every year.